What's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another video, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive weekend. I'm just chilling here with my son, man. He just took a good ass nap, boy. But anyways, on the road to 3K. We about to hit that 2,200 mark. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making that possible. All right, y'all, this is a video that I really want to discuss, man, because it's really been on my mind, and I just feel like a lot of people aren't really addressing it enough, man. And I just think that people are overlooking this. I don't know if it's because, you know, people are like so in awe with Turki Alalshikh as of right now. I don't know exactly what the situation is, but regardless, man, we're going to speak on this. So yesterday, it was a great fight, man. Great fight between Vergil Ortiz, making, I believe, his third fight at 154 pounds, but not having much experience in the weight because I think his two previous fights were both first round knockouts, going up against a hard punching, dangerous fighter, and Serhiy Bohachuk, however the hell you say his name, we already know who we're talking about. You see what I'm saying? And I told you guys that I would be surprised if this fight made it the distance. You feel what I'm saying? Because both of these guys are big punchers. You know what I mean? A lot of their opponents don't make it out with them. And just based off how both of these guys are so aggressive, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really see the fight, you know, going the distance. However, it did go the distance, man. Both of these guys showed a lot of grit, a lot of determination. And both of these guys were hurt in this fight. I seen Vergil Ortiz get dropped twice. I do think that one of the knockdowns wasn't really that legit, but regardless, you know, 2 knockdowns was counted against him. Bohachuk looked like he was staggered at several moments throughout the fight with the overhand right. I seen him get hurt with a left hook. Both of these guys were banging, they was punching, and they was punching with intentions to hurt each other. You see what I'm saying? So it was a great action-packed fight, man. Probably one of the most action-packed fights of the year so far in terms of back and forth, in my opinion. But you know, Vergil Ortiz came out with the majority decision. You see what I mean? One of the judges had it a draw, and I think the other two edged it out for Vergil Ortiz. And a lot of people are claiming robbery and stuff like that. I'm not really on the robbery bandwagon. In all honesty, I thought it was a tough, competitive fight that was non-stop back and forth. You feel what I mean? But regardless, Vergil Ortiz came out with the victory. I'm not really mad at it, but it could have really went either way if we being honest, if we being objective. You feel me? So now they're talking about what's exactly in store for Vergil Ortiz next. And Turki Alalshikh told you guys a couple weeks ago on that Terence Crawford card that he wants Terence Crawford versus Vergil Ortiz. Now, I feel like that's a fight that's kind of like, you know, it's a good fight. You know what I mean? I feel like that fight was more in demand at 147 while Vergil Ortiz was there. And, you know, he was lining himself up to be the mandatory for the WBO. But obviously he had health issues, so he had to fall back. But, you know, at 154, I don't really see why this fight is the next one to be made. You feel what I mean? And I just want to keep it honest. I want to keep it objective with y'all. I don't like how the fact, and look, man, Turki Alalshikh is doing some great shit for boxing. You feel what I'm saying? He's making some big fights happen. He's making some big cards happen. And he has the potential to make boxing the big sport that it used to be. You see what I'm saying? Look at the cats fighting in the background and shit. It's a lot going on right now. But no, he's making some good fights happen. He's very, all right, you gonna walk there? Go walk somewhere. He's doing some great shit for boxing. He's doing a lot of things that, you know, we thought we wasn't gonna see for a while because as boxing fans, we used to be disappointed. You feel what I mean? We used to be disappointed and not getting the fights that we want. And if we do get them, we get them later down the line when, you know what I mean, they're not at their peak no more and shit like that. You see what I mean? So there's no disrespect to Turki Alalshikh at all. I love what he's doing for the sport of boxing. However, I do feel like although Turki Alalshikh is making some big fights happen, he's very headstrong on avoiding certain fights. You feel what I mean? I didn't like the fact that Turki Alalshikh was so cool with, you know, Canelo and Benavidez not fighting each other. You see what I mean? He was like, oh, I'd rather see Benavidez go to 175 and fight the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. That's a great fight. But the biggest fight to be made in boxing right now is Canelo and Benavidez. I feel like that's hands down, no debating. But, you know, Turki Alalshikh didn't want that. Now, moving on, you know what I mean? Another big fight that could possibly be made is, you know, Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford. You feel what I mean? I feel like that's top 3 biggest fights to be made in the sport right now. You see what I mean? But for some reason, Turki Alalshikh isn't too optimistic about making this fight happen. And he's more interested in giving Vergil Ortiz the opportunity. Why is Vergil Ortiz more deserving of an opportunity against Terence Crawford than Jaron Ennis. You feel what I mean? I understand that, Terence Crawford is no longer at 154. I understand that Terence Crawford is no longer at 147 and Boots is at 147, but let's not act like a man can't move up a weight class to make this fight happen. Boots said send him a contract and he gonna sign it. See what I mean? So I'm taking him at his word. You feel me? So why can't he move up to 154 and possibly fight Bud? You know what I'm saying? It's a big fight it's, a lot of people consider it a mirror match because both of these guys are capable of doing the same thing. Boots is a young, hungry lion on the come up right now who's an IBF champion taking one of Terence Crawford's belts. And Terence Crawford is the older, more mature veteran. You see what I mean? That's still at the top of his game, still one of the best in the world. Why we can't see that? Vergil Ortiz just went tooth and nail with a guy, no disrespect, and Serhiy Bohachuk, but he's not on the level of a Terence Crawford and a Jaron Ennis, in my opinion. So with me knowing that, why do I feel like I want to see Vergil Ortiz face Terence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? Vergil Ortiz is dangerous. He's explosive. He got good hand speed. He got a great engine. You see what I mean? But, do I think he's capable of being Terence Crawford? I don't think so. I think that he'll be shadow boxing the majority of that time. And I can see him getting careless and running into a big Terence Crawford punch. You see what I mean? And possibly getting stopped and broken down by Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford is too intelligent. I think he's too experienced for Vergil Ortiz. And Vergil Ortiz, you could tell that he was getting very frustrated with not being able to finish Bohachuk. You see what I'm saying? So he still got a lot more maturing to do. I still feel like he got a lot more seasoning that he needs to go through in order to be ready for those big fights. Jaron Ennis, on the other hand, you see what I mean? He's actually running through these guys with flying colors. He hasn't had a close fight yet. Why can't we see that fight? That is the bigger, better fight to be made, in all honesty. Just my opinion. And I feel like Jaron Ennis is the more dangerous fight than Vergil Ortiz. And if Turki Alalshikh is claiming he's going to make the biggest fights happen in the sport of boxing, look no further. Why is Vergil Ortiz more deserving than Jaron Ennis? Is it because, Turki Alalshikh got like a good business deal going on with Golden Boy? He got a good business deal going on with Eddie Hearn too. Let's not, avoid these fights. You see what I mean? Let's see Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford, not Terence Crawford versus Vergil Ortiz. If the fight is made, it is what it is. You know what I mean? He the one who put in the bread up at the end of the day, so he has the ultimate say. But I don't like how Vergil Ortiz, he gets 2 fights at 154 against guys who weren't really credible. He steps up with Serhiy Bohachuk. Could have, depending on who you're talking to, you could have said that he lost the fight. And all of a sudden, he's going to get the opportunity against Terence Crawford. Meanwhile, Jaron Ennis is ultimately dominating every opponent he's been in there with, knocking him out, stopping him, all types of shit. And you're not looking at him as the guy to, possibly dethrone Terence Crawford. I don't understand that. But regardless, man, that's my take on the situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. This was Zuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. You see what I mean? Me and my Greg Hagen video did over 14,000 views. I appreciate that very much. And my subscribers is going up just based off of that video alone. So the hard work is paying off. If you recognize the work ethic and all that, man, just show your love to the channel, man. But this is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Me and Micah in the building. Say. Yo, point at it. Look, point. Oh, you don't feel like pointing. Man, I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna go take care of my son. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful day. Peace.